A nun goes to a man. She tries to take the man's cell phone, but the man won't let her. The man then ends up losing his balance and both fall to the ground. The nun falls on the man and ends up giving him a kiss. She then gets up angrily and asks what he was doing. The man said he wasn't doing anything and it was the nun who tried to rob him. She then says that the man was trying to take advantage of a nun. He says that because she tried to steal him, he ended up stealing a kiss from her. She said she wasn't trying to steal the man, as that phone was hers. The man then says that cell phone was his. The nun says the cell phone looked like hers and the man doesn't believe it and said he had never seen a nun lying. She then said that the cell phone was hers and that she could prove it. She runs to her place, but the man manages to catch her first. He says that the nun ended up breaking his cell phone, so she would have to pay to fix it. She said she wouldn't pay, but the man said yes. He says that cell phone was very expensive and that she would pay for it. The nun then said she wasn't to blame for that and says she wouldn't pay. The man told her to stop all that drama. He says that since she didn't have the money to pay for the phone repair, he had an idea of how she could pay for it. She then said that she wasn't going to do that, and the man tells her to take it easy and that it wasn't what she was thinking. The nun then asks what she would have to do and the man said it would be simple, she would just have to be his girlfriend for a day. The nun then says that the man was going crazy. The man then begins to explain the situation to the nun. He said that he had recently broken up with his girlfriend and that she was already with someone else. So he wanted to use the nun to make his ex-girlfriend jealous. He said he needed to deliver a necklace to his ex-girlfriend, which belonged to a deceased relative of hers, but he didn't want to go alone. He tells her that she just needed to be by his side and promises that he won't kiss her anymore. The nun then asks if she did what the man was asking, would she pay her debt, and the man said yes. She then accepts the man's offer and he says they now had a deal. He then says that before they needed to fix the nun, because that way she wasn't the way he liked it. She then asks what the man was talking about. He asks if she really thought he was going to walk around with her dressed like that. He then says he met someone who could solve his problem. He said that this person was a great stylist and an excellent hairdresser, so he could solve the nun's problem. The man then starts to walk away and the nun prays to God to forgive her. At this point, the man yells at the woman to hurry up, as he would not wait all day. Later, the two arrive at a house and the nun asks what they were doing there. The man then says that his friend lived there, one of the best stylists in the world. Inside the house, the man calls out to his friend. He then dresses him and says that he was wonderful as always. The friend then said he was sensing his friend was coming. The man then said that he was there for his friend to transform the nun into someone unrecognizable. My friend then said that he would do anything for his best friend and asked where he had found that nun. The man then thanks his friend and says that he had found the lost nun nearby. He then says that he trusted his friend and knew that he would not let him down and that he would surprise him with the result. The friend then says that the man should have known that before he started his work, they would have to do their old ritual. He then asks if they could get started and the two begin to perform the supposed ritual. After finishing the ritual, the friend says that now they could start the work. He then said he could feel the woman had a really good vibe. The man then laughs and says that his friend was very eccentric. The friend then said that he could feel that they would get along very well as their vibrations were the same. He then says he would do an excellent job on the nun. The friend then tells the man that he could sit down and wait as he would begin his work with the nun. He then tells the nun to hurry up as he was very anxious to get to work. The friend tells the party to repeat the phrase "I love myself" with him. She repeats it, but the friend tells him to repeat it louder. She then speaks louder and the friend is very proud of her and claps her hands. He then tells her to repeat the phrase one last time and she does, which makes him very excited about his work. Later, the two get back together. The friend then told the man that the nun was ready. The man then gets up and is speechless at the woman's transformation. The friend then said that he was happy but that the man was to leave as they were delaying his meditation. The man then asks his friend where the woman he had brought with him was. He is then very happy and says that the transformation was a success. The woman then said that he was very funny and the two leave together. Later, the two were walking together when the woman asks the man a question. She asks why he doesn't want to go alone. The man said he didn't want to go alone, because ever since he broke up with his girlfriend, she always made sure to show him that she was happy and with someone else. He then said that he didn't want to go alone, because his ex-girlfriend always snubbed him. The woman then asks if the man still liked his ex-girlfriend, and he says he doesn't know how he still felt about her. He then asks her why she decided to become a miller. She says that decision was not hers and that her parents made that decision for her. He then asks what she really wanted. She says she doesn't know exactly what she wants, because from a very early age she has always been a nun and that's why she didn't know anything else. The man says he understands the situation of the woman. Says he doesn't regret his decision to bring her with him. At this time, the man's ex-girlfriend arrives and greets him. He greets her and asks if that was her new boyfriend. She said yes, says he was an excellent singer. She then asks where he had found that woman. The man then doesn't know what to say and the woman interrupts him, saying that she was his new girlfriend. The ex-girlfriend then said that she didn't know the man was dating and the man said that he was very happy and that his new girlfriend was a wonderful person. She then said that she could have been a wonderful person, but that she didn't dress well. She then said that the man would not find a beautiful, intelligent person like her and asks her new boyfriend if he didn't think she was beautiful and he said yes. The woman then apologized to the man and said that he was not obligated to listen to that. The man then says he was just there to deliver that bracelet to his ex-girlfriend and tells her never to show up in his life again. The ex-girlfriend then mocks the man for getting mad at her. The two then leave together. As the woman walked away, the man ran after her. He then said that he had liked her a lot. She said she couldn't do that as she was a nun. The man says that she could leave that life for them to be together. The woman says that she had already thought about giving up her life as a nun, but that the man shouldn't remember her from when they lived on the same street. He then asks if she was really the person he remembered. She then said she didn't like that name and says she's always been in love with the man. She says that's why she ran after him and took his phone. She said she just wanted to get the man's attention. The two then start kissing.